ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददान्ति सोपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादानुसहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरत्वसे नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीमद् भागवतम थर्ड कैंटो चैप्टर 26 टेक्स्ट 3। अनादिरात्म पुरुषो निर्गुणः प्रकृते परः प्रत्यक धामं स्वयं योति विश्वेन समन्वितम्। अनादिरात्म पुरुषो निर्गुणः प्रकृते परः प्रत्यक धामा स्वयं योति विश्वेन समन्वितम्।
अनादिरात्मा पुरुषो निर्गुण प्रकृते परः प्रत्यग्धामा स्वयं ज्योति विश्वं येन समन्वितम्।
Anadi, what meaning? Anadi, without a beginning. Atma, the supreme soul. Purusaha, the personality of Godhead. Nirgunaha, transcendental to material mood of nature. Prakrute paraha, beyond this material world. Pratyak dhama, perceivable everywhere. Swayam Yoti, self-sufficient, self-effulgent. Vishwam, the entire creation. Yena, by whom? Samanyutaha, is maintained. Translation: the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Supreme Soul, and He has no beginning. He is the transcendental to all material mood of nature, and beyond the existences of this material world, He is perceivable everywhere because He is self-effulgent. And by His self-effulgent luster, the entire creation is manifested. Purport by His divine grace. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is described as being without beginning. He is Purusha, the Supreme Spirit. Purusha means person. When we think a person in our present experience, that person has a beginning. This means he has taken birth, that there is a history from the beginning of his life. But the Lord is particularly mentioned here as Anadi, beginningless. If we examine all persons, we will find that everyone has a beginning. But when we approach a person who has no beginning, he is the supreme person. That is the definition given by Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna. The supreme personality of Godhead is Krishna, the supreme controller. He is without beginning and he is the beginning of everyone. This definition is found in all Vedic literature. The Lord is described as the soul or spirit. What is the definition of spirit? Spirit is perceivable everywhere. Brahma means great. His greatness is perceived everywhere. And what is that greatness? Consciousness. We have experience of consciousness, for it is spread all over the body, in every hair, follicle of our body, we can feel consciousness. This is the individual consciousness. Similarly, there is super consciousness. The example can be given a small light and sunlight. The sunlight is perceived everywhere, even within the room or the sky, but the small light is experienced within a specific limit. Similarly, our consciousness is perceived within a limit of our particular body, but the super consciousness or the existence of God is perceived everywhere. He is present everywhere by his energy. It is said that in Vishnu Puran that whatever we find anywhere and everywhere is the distribution of energy of Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita also it is confirmed that the Lord is also pervading and exists everywhere by two kinds of energy, one spiritual and other material. Both the spiritual and material energy are spared everywhere, and that is the proof of existence of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The existence of consciousness everywhere is not temporary. It is without beginning, and because it is without beginning, it is also without end. The theory that consciousness develops at a certain stage of material combination is not acceptable theory. For the consciousness which exists everywhere is said to be without beginning. The materialistic or atheistic theories stating that there is no soul, there is no God, and that consciousness is the result of the combination of matter is not acceptable. Matter is not beginningless. It has a beginning, and as this material body has a beginning, the universal body does also. And also our material body has beginning on the basis of our soul. The entire gigantic universal body has begun on the basis of Supreme Soul. The Vedanta Sutra says, Janmadasya. This entire material existence, its creation, its growth, its maintenance, and its dissolution is an emanation from the Supreme Person. In Bhagavad Gita, also the Lord says, I am the beginning, the source of birth of everything. The Supreme Personality of God is described here. He is not a temporary person, nor does he have a beginning. He is without a cause. And he is the cause of all causes for her transcendental. Beyond this creative energy, the Lord is the creator of creative energy. Who can see that? There is a creative energy in this material world. But he is not under this energy. He is Prakriti for her, beyond this energy. He is not subjected to the threefold of misery created by the material energy because he is beyond it. The mood of material nature do not touch him. It is explained here, Swayam Jyoti is light himself. We have experienced in this material world, one of the light one of the sunlight, one of the lights being a reflection of another. Just as moonlight is a reflection of sunlight, sunlight is also a reflection of the Brahma Jyoti. Similarly, Brahma Jyoti is the supreme influence, is a reflection of the body of Supreme Lord. This is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita, Jasya Prabha Prabhavato. The Brahma Jyoti or Brahma influence is due to his body luster. Therefore, it is said here, Swayam Jyoti. He himself is light. His light is distributed in different way as Brahma Jyoti, as sunlight, as moonlight. Bhagavad Gita confirmed that the spiritual world, there is no need of sunlight, moonlight or electricity. The Upanishad also confirmed this because the bodily luster of this Supreme Personality of Godhead is sufficient to illuminate the spiritual world. There is no need of sunlight, moonlight or any other lights or electricity. This self-illumination also contradicts the theory that the spirit soul or the spiritual consciousness develop at a certain point in this metal combination. The term Swayamjyoti indicates that there is no tinge of anything material or anything material creation. It is confirmed here that the concept of the Lord's all no beginning is the transcend to the material mode of nature and beyond the existence of this material world is possible everywhere because it's self-evident, and by self-evident, less of the entire creation is maintained. So here in this particular verse, not only especially in Bhagavad Gita, but also in Srimad Bhagavatam, other Puranas, we can find Krishna or Vishnu, different incarnations, different leelas. But always their position as supreme, their position as supreme Lord, supreme personality of Godhead. Shastra always want to impress upon us because our consciousness is material. Sometimes we are considering also Krishna is also material, Krishna's Leela is also material, Krishna's name is also material. It's consciousness, our consciousness is material consciousness. Therefore, Sadhu and Shastra are always warning us. Krishna is supreme. And supreme means here we can see Anadi. These are the adjectives. Purusha, Nirguna, Prakriti Paraha, Pratyat Dhama, Swayam Jyoti, Vishwajena Samanya. All these are adjectives. So, in Krishna Lila, especially there are two sides. One is Madhurya, one is Aishwarya. Aishwarya means with rules and regulations, someone have to understand the supremacy of Krishna or Vishnu. We cannot, otherwise, if a devotee don't understand the supremacy of Vishnu, supremacy of Krishna, supremacy of Jagannath, why he will follow? Like even now you can see in India, although people before they are worshipping different demigods, following different procedures, but they have before they have complete idea that Vishnu or Krishna is Supreme Personality of God. But later we can see those are followers of this religion or religious leaders. They fail to establish the real position of Vishnu, Krishna, Jagannath. Therefore, people used to follow different paths. So, Srila Prabhupada always used to say, when you are preaching, unless you establish that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, your preaching is useless. Always, through Leela or through Shastra, always we have to create this impression in mind of a conditioned soul that Krishna is supreme. He is supreme controller. He is supreme in all respects. And Purusa, he is the enjoyer. We cannot enjoy him. Why we are suffering here? Due to enjoy mentality. Like a servant, if he fails to understand the master's position, he cannot serve. And mostly in college, we have this enjoying mentality. We have, this. Always we are minimizing the position of supremacy. And we think, due to our pursuit, we think I am supreme. And that is our path. You can see a thief. Suppose a plunderer or a thief. Whenever he sees police, immediately becomes helpless. We have a fear. See, condition so why is so become popped up? Why this policy is coming? Because we don't know the supremacy, Krishna. We don't know He is the controller. Although we are devotees, sometimes even we are devotee, we don't know. This is our forgetful nature. Always we are forgetting, no, I can do these things, I can do these things. Like Bhakti Thakur said, তোমার ইচ্ছায় প্রভু সব কাজ হয় জীব বলে আমি করি তাই সত্য নয়. Everything is happening according to your will. Everything is happening according to your will. But a conditioned soul always thinking, I am doing these things. তুমি না করিলে জীব কি করিতে পারে? If you not help, if you not sanction anything, what a conditioned soul can do? We are forgetting this point. Therefore, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, always you can see Krishna's supremacy, always after Sadhu, Guru established. Krishna is supreme. He can do so many other things. Therefore, he is Krishna, he is supreme personality. He can do so many other things. He can make impossible to possible and possible to impossible. It is not only theory, it is in our life also. Krishna can make what we are thinking impossible for us. Something happened to our life, we are thinking this is impossible. In this life, I can't do it. Okay, for us this may be impossible. For Krishna, nothing is impossible. For Krishna, this is not impossible. To understand Krishna, this is very difficult. Unless you understand His supremacy, you can't understand Krishna. So when some problem will come, we'll give up. Or we'll develop doubt. Krishna is supreme. Whatever is happening in my life, Krishna's hand is there. Krishna is there. He is the controller, he is the maintainer, he is everything. And he has power, he has supremacy. So therefore, we can see in Srimad Bhagavatam, like Prabhupada explained so nicely, how about material world, how about spiritual world, how is residing same types in spiritual world, also present in everyone's heart. Giving example of sun and moon. Light is source of sun and moon, and sun and moon sources Brahma, and Brahma sources it is coming from Krishna. So why Acharyas are writing big purport? Everyone knows Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is need to write such a big purport? Even when we are chanting Hare Krishna, sometimes we are forgetting. We are thinking about ourselves. What will happen to my life? When I become old, what will happen? If I cannot achieve Krishna Prema, what will happen? We are always worried. We are always worried about us. We are not worried about Krishna. That is the real problem. We are always worried. Always we want to take care of our life. Even in spiritual life, we want. I can do everything. No, nothing is in our hand. Nothing. Only karmic people when they defeat, they use this word. In India, I don't know here. In India, always when they defeat, from all sides, they don't have any other source. They say, okay, nothing is in our hand. In doctors also, first they will show their power. Okay, I can do this, we can do this, we will try. First they will speak big, big words. Lastly, when they fail to do something, nothing is in our hand. Why not you say this thing in beginning? Nothing is in your hand, neither in medicine or in your hand or in your intelligence. Nothing. If something is happening, Krishna is behind. Not our father is helping, mother is helping, devotee is helping, Krishna is helping. Through father, Krishna is helping. Through mother, Krishna is helping. Through government, Krishna is helping. This is our idea. Because we know everyone is God, like Kunti Devi said. Not to natya dharajatha. Yeah. Dolls are dancing. Now you cannot. Now cartoon. Now this cartoon pictures. Cartoon. Small boys they like. Even now, not small boys. Now everyone addicted. I saw in flight, even their old persons, they're watching cartoons. Someone is cartoons, he can dance. Someone make him dance. Someone is in backside. He made such a thing. Cartoon is dancing. And whether we are a devotee or not devotee, it doesn't matter. We are not doer. We are not doing anything. When we are karmi, if you are a first class karmi, then you can realize, okay, everything is happening due to my karma. In India, before they are first class karmis, now third class. We know our father, our grandfather, first class karmis. If something will happen, they said, okay, this is in my destiny. Nothing is in our hand. Jagannath is there. Who we are. They always indicate, okay, this is in my destiny, what I can do. First class karmis, even they have nothing in our hand. They are admitting. But when they fail, they admit. But a devotee life is the opposite. From beginning we have done. You understand my point? Karma is when they fail to do something, they said, okay, nothing is in our hand. But a devotee, what is devotee life? Beginning we have to understand this point. Nothing is in my hand. Although I am chanting, although I am serving, although I am trying very sincerely to do something for Guru and Krishna, but still nothing is in my hand. Only I can try. Only I will develop desire, and other things is in Krishna's hand. Nothing is in our hands. But we have to try. Someone may ask this question, if nothing is in our hand, if you try, then what is? What is very big? When nothing is in your hand, but you are trying to do something for Krishna, that is the real position of a devotee. That means you are thinking, I am a lowest of the low. I can't do anything. Nothing is in my hand. You know, when I saw in Indian hospitals, few times I went there, in Indian hospitals, when severe case came, very, I'm going to say, operation, very difficult case, and they know nothing in my hand. They always said to relatives, you pray to Lord, nothing is in your hand. At least in that time they are humble. They're very worried. You know, one big man, they are admitted in cancer cells, cancer department, ICU department, they are discussing with the doctors. I saw doctors, most of the time they are very worried. Nothing in our hand. We try, we apply this one, we give this antibiotics, this one. They have all techniques. And before this, they got success, but now they failure. And they want to know what is the cause of our failure. But they fail to do that. But a devotee life is different. Not that in end, we come to this conclusion, nothing is in my hand. This is not our life. Devotee life in beginning, this is mature decision of a devotee. In beginning, his mature decision is that nothing is in my hand. Everything is in hand of Guru and Gauranga. That is the best policy. Otherwise, we don't know our karma, prarabdhas. We don't know when we are committing offenses. We don't know why my inclination towards Guru and Krishna is not increasing. Many things we don't know. In subtle way, something is happening. Even we don't want name, fame, prestige, and adoration. In subtle way, it is there. We fail to understand it. So if we analyze everything, then actually conclusion is that nothing in your hand. Karma people used to say nothing in your hand, but they never say everything is in Krishna's hand. Even they fail. Every step of their life they used to fail. They are always in shock, always in trouble. But only they will repeat these things. Nothing is in my hand or in our hand. But they will never say everything is in Krishna's. But devotee life is like that. And that is surrender. We are always, Krishna said, I went where? I went to Malaysia. One of our senior disciple. The senior disciple is always Vajrapat Krishna Maharaj, very senior disciple. His question was that Maharaj, every Maharaj is coming, every sannyasi is coming, they are only saying one thing. Just surrender. And bhakti. I don't understand what is surrender. So please, you should speak on surrender. About 2 words, Sarvadharman Paritejya Manmanavo. I said, okay. I started for 2 hours. Even I cannot finish 1 word. I said, okay. If in future I will come, then I will explain. This is surrender. When we think nothing in our hand, then what will happen? We will become hopeless. I am trying, I am chanting. I wake up in Mangalarati, I am studying Bhagavatam, but still why bhakti is not in my hand, in my heart. Then what will happen? If a devotee is continuing chanting or continuing his service for 15 years, after he feels that I don't have anything in my heart, I don't feel any nourishment in devotional life, then what will happen to you? Automatically you will become morose. That is material depression, here spiritual depression.
We don't know in our generation depression. We don't know what was depression. Materially, people are depressed. Why depressed? They don't get any success. What is the cause of depression? They don't find the conclusion. They don't find the success. Therefore, they're depressed. And spiritually, you will become depressed. What is spiritual depression? You can't get success, and you can't find the conclusion. What is the conclusion? Many years I'm cultivating Krishna consciousness, chanting Hare Krishna, same business. What is conclusion? But we forget one point. Although we are cultivating Krishna consciousness, but everything in the hand of Krishna, Guru and God. When nothing is in our hand, then what we have to do? We have to surrender to Krishna because everything is in his hand. And Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for that purpose. Sikhaya Swaranagati, Vakatera Pran, the life of a devotee is surrender. Therefore, in Shastra, always you see, whenever we are also used to read, I have so many description about this Vaikuntha, his potency, his supremacy. Why always? Same thing. In Bhagavad Gita, you can find even some in Lila Tattva, some Lila is there, pastime is there. After pastime, immediately Sukadeva Goswami mentioning, oh, he is supreme. So why these things? Because we are forgetting that he is supreme in all respects. His willpower also supreme. Willpower. Our willpower, minute. His willpower also supreme. Whatever you want, that will happen. Like always our Gurudev used to give the example about even Balaram. What Balaram wants, that doesn't happen. Balaram wants let Subhadra should marry to my disciple. This is the relation between Guru and disciple. Disciple don't understand. When disciple understand these things, then his life becomes success. However, a disciple fallen may be, Guru have always a fix, always a merciful eye on him. Even he is disqualified in all respects. But Guru, Vaishnava, Acharyas are merciful. You see, Duryodhana, such a fallen, degraded person. If you compare to Pandavas, they are degraded. Kauravas are degraded. Chilius always, Vaishnava offender, wicked person, but still Balarama affects. And this is Guru Tattva. How Guru is merciful? Tranaya, Karunya, Ghanagandam. Always in Mangala we are saying, but how Guru is merciful? Yeah, you may forget Guru, but Guru will never forget you. You may not glorify Guru, but Guru will always remind you. Balarama Jayarendra, how Krishna's willpower is supreme. Therefore, always you can find all these verses. Krishna's position is supreme. He is Purusa, Anadi, he is Atma, super sure, he is Nirguna, he is beyond mode of material nature, Prakrute Paraha, he is beyond this material world. Why always Sukadeva Goswami, Maitreya Rishi, Brahmaji, all the speakers, they want to impress upon our mind that Krishna is supreme in all respect. Don't worry. Just take surrender and in all respect. So even Balaram's desire. What was Balaram's desire? Let Subhadra should marry to Duryodhana. Strong desire, my disciple. But Krishna informed Arjuna, you come in a disguise form as a sannyasi, so that one can recognize you. Krishna gives this, trick. Ravan was killed by Ramji because he assumed a sannyasi dress and wanted to kidnap Sita. Otherwise, Ram don't want to kill him. Ram can recuse Sita by any means. Even Hanuman have power. But why kill? Because you are polluting the sannyasi ashram. And Vibhishan also warned these things to Ravana. Brother, Ram is very merciful. He's not worried about our mischief activities because we are born in such a family. We are demons, Rakshas. Ram will excuse all our abominable activities, sinful activities, but he will never excuse you for one thing. Because when you kidnap Sita, you are not in form of a Rakshasa, demon form. You are in form of a sannyasi. And Krishna, Ram, he came to establish the religion. And therefore Ram will kill. Better now this is time to surrender. But Ravan, he said, no, I won't surrender. Why Ravan finished? Why Ravan killed by Ram? Not by kidnap Sita. Ramji knows Ravan's nature. Because he is not surrendered to Krishna, Ram. They don't want like Duryodhana. Why Duryodhana has killed? Why 100 brothers they killed in Mahabharata? They are not ready to surrender at Lord's feet of Krishna. They are not ready to surrender and sometimes they are offended to devotee. That is the truth. When we will finish our spiritual life will be ruined. When we are not ready to surrender and sometimes we will commit Vaishnavas. Therefore, always supremacy, Krishna supremacy, Vishnu supremacy, always established in Shastra. So therefore, Duryodhana, Krishna instructed. You see, in the Ramayana, Ram killed Ravana. Why you kidnap Sita in a disguise form as a sannyasi? But here, Krishna is instructing Arjuna, you should come as a sannyasi, stay in Dwaraka, and keep loving relationship with my sister. Anyone is merciful like that? Krishna? He's allowing his devotee. And you know what happened? When Krishna came to know these things, after 3 months, maybe 3 or 4 months, Arjuna kidnapped Subhadra. And then Baldev came to know he was Arjuna. Then he's ready to kill him. Why you want to kill him? For Duryodhana. My disciple. Yeah. Although Duryodhana is not qualified to become a disciple. But he is a qualified guru, he is Guru Tattva, original Guru Tattva. So by this topics, we have to understand how much Guru is merciful. He don't want to see our qualification, but he want to see us as a soul. He is a soul. After many lives, we come to Krishna consciousness. If you have not served mercy, what will happen to you? So Balram is ready to kill Arjuna. Why? For Duryodhana. Not for Subhadra. I already made a plan for my disciple. So why Arjuna just kidnap Subhadra? But Krishna, you know Krishna, he just come, he could become very calm and quiet. Everyone was intense, and Krishna come and approach Balram. Brother, why you are worried? You don't know? Your friend kidnapped my sister. You see, then Krishna said, if he kidnapped, we have many soldiers here in Dwarka. Ever you get any information about Subhadra, Subhadra shouted, wants help, please help me, Duryodhana is kidnap me, Arjuna is kidnap me, please help me. No. She never wants help from anyone. It means Subhadra wants to marry with Arjuna. Why you are worried? What you are worried? Now you know, now father, mother, they are allowing their daughters. Okay, you want to marry? Among 8 marriages, 1 marriage is there. You have to give independence to your daughter. Nowadays, I cannot say, but this is according to Vedic. Because that time the daughters, they're so matured, they feel a natural attraction from husband, natural attraction, loving mood, loving feelings. Then said, oh, okay, he's my husband. Not like nowadays through this mobile, this internet, Facebook, not that. Therefore, they are giving father, mother, they are giving independence. Okay, you choose these things. Then they approach to grandmother. Daughter used to approach to grandmother. Grandmother, this is my opinion. I want to marry. Then father, mother used to consider, okay, whether my daughter's choice is right or not. Then when they find it out, right, they allow. Okay, you may marry. Krishna said to Duryodhana, when Arjun kidnapped Subhadra, Subhadra never shouted, never wants help from anyone, never informed to anyone. So how it is possible Arjun entered the private room of Subhadra and kidnapped, and Subhadra does not say anything? That means Subhadra is angry. So why you are worried? You should not worry. Then what Baldev can say? What Baldev can say? Because Krishna know all the rules and regulations of Shastra. And he know how to talk in a particular situation. How to speak sweetly, with logic, and how to pacify. In many cases. So in that case, we can understand even Baldev's desire cannot fulfill. And what to speak about us? When we start, the day we are starting our chanting Hare Krishna, from that day we have to understand. Now, I don't have separate willpower. Now everything is up to Krishna. And like Pruthamara said in his prayer, Krishna, Vishnu, he said, oh Vishnu, even some desire coming to my heart, don't fulfill. If I pray something, some desire is coming to my heart, and I am praying, Krishna, please fulfill. Please don't fulfill it. Is it possible for some devotee can pray to Krishna, Krishna, don't fulfill my desire? This is the teaching of Srimad Bhagavata. Pruthamara said to Vishnu, because sometimes I may pray something against of your desire. That is not bhakti. That is very helpful by spiritual life. You will not be pleased. So never fulfill my desire. Then Vishnu said, okay, I will never fulfill your desire. But what do you want? He said, Balo Jatha Acharya Hitam. Just like mother from his own side, what is best for his child, she knows. She acts accordingly. Let Vishnu, oh Krishna, please, what is good for me, what is best for me, not good, what is best for me, you know, better than anyone, please you fulfill your desire. In Orissa, when we were a small child, even in India, this was very famous at that time. Nowadays, people forgot, how can I say this subtle, very important principles of devotion. Before, in backside of the car, they used to write, let your desire should be fulfilled. Let your auspicious desire should be fulfilled. आपकी इच्छा पूर्ण हो, आपकी मंगलमय इच्छा पूर्ण हो. People used to approach Lord and said, let you, now we are coming to temple, we are always saying, Krishna, please fulfill my desire. Krishna knows what is good for us. His father, his mother, Pitamasya Jagatu Mata Dhata. He knows everything. What is good for us. So why need it is? I feel this is disturbances. When you are always approaching Lord, to fulfill your desire. That means you are creating always disturbances. Always approaching, please fulfill my desire, please fulfill my desire. Then what is his supremacy? He knows. He knows better than us who we are, in which situation we are. So therefore, devotional life means one thing. When we come to Krishna consciousness, Bhakti Thakur giving, how can I say, the most secret teachings for surrenderness. तुम्हारी इच्छा आज इच्छा मिलाई लो भक्त विनोद आज अपनी भूली. We have to forget our this Krishna consciousness. We have to forget ourselves. Possible for us? When we have separate desire, we can't forget ourselves. When you give up our desire, and how to give up desire? It is not possible. We are soul. How can we give up desire? तुम्हारा इच्छा आज इच्छा मिसाइल. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, from today, whatever my desire, it is arranged in my heart, always I will follow your desire. Your desire will come. But always you have to think, okay, what Gurudev's desire? What's Prabhupada's desire? What is Krishna's desire? Because we are soul, desire will come. Even in spiritual field. Suppose we like to chant more rounds, but Guru instructs us, no, you have to distribute books. You have to serve in temple. This is also spiritual activities. Guru also says spiritual activities. Then what we have to do? We can't say, okay, Gurudev said, but that is not practical. Now devotees are saying that is not practical. No, that means now we are utilizing our willing power separately. That is not surrender. At every moment we have to. When desire is coming, even spiritual desire is coming, you have to tally with what Gurudev said. तुम्हारी इच्छा आज इच्छा मिला लो. Yeah, I want to merge my desire in your desire. Then so that I can forget, so that I can forget myself. When you forget yourself, there is no problem. Why people are drinking? Yeah, they want to forget themselves, they want to forget their wife, they want to forget their children, they want to forget their country. Only for forgetfulness, they are drinking. That is their test. What is their test? Just forget everything that is test. What you are thinking? Yes, I saw. When I was coming in the flight also, I see 3 times a person. Maybe from, I don't know from where. Some Western person. 3 times he drinks. Small wine bottles. And this airlines, very jolly mood. Yes, you can take, you can take. They are giving him jolly mood and they are accepting him jolly mood also. 3 times I saw. From India to London, within 3 meals, they used to give 3 meals. I saw 3 times. Why? Why? You want to forget. Mind is creating problem. Desire is creating problem. And Krishna consciousness is like that. We have to drink so much. They are drinking wine. We have to drink Krishna name, Krishna Katha, Krishna Seva. This is nothing else. Now, what are the 4 principles? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication. No, intoxication is required. No material intoxication. Intoxication is required. Here. Mad, become mad. Unless you become mad, you cannot forget. We have to become mad. Then unless madness will come, we'll forget. Unless we forget, problem. And Krishna consciousness is spiritual madness. When Prabhupada came, you see, before that, intoxicated, drinking marijuana, smoking marijuana, drinking wines. Then again, intoxicated in Krishna consciousness. They forgot their basic backgrounds. We are hippies, we are from America. No. They merge themselves. This is nothing else. This is another type of intoxication. But this is spiritual madness. I used to say in India, once you become devotee, then your relative, everyone say he's mad. Here also, once you become devotee, oh, he's mad now. Putting tila, chanting Hare Krishna, not eating anything, he's mad. Immediately people will say mad. That is good. No, they are saying mad, but we are not mad. That is our misfortune. They are saying one thing, you are mad. But actually, when in Krishna consciousness, if you get mad, that is real test. Real test of spiritual life. That is madness, nothing else. Chanting, hearing, serving, take care of deities, this is madness. In material, if you don't become madness, you cannot enjoy. They're mad. They forgot everything, future, what will happen. You know, divorce is going on, still people are married. People stop their marriage ceremonies. They know divorce will happen. Let them. That will not happen to me. They're bad. Therefore, they're performing their activities as it is. And spiritually, this madness is required. It does not mean someone give up ashram, something is happening here, will give up Krishna consciousness. No. Material people are not giving up. Materials every time challenges. In marriage life, how can you say, in job. You know, in fact, for how many times in America government suspend so many IT persons. It means, it does not mean that Indians are not hankering come to America. Still they're mad, have to come to America. Accident is happening on the road. It does not mean people are not driving. And company is not producing car. If you are mad, you can do something. Material people are mad. They are not caring what is going on. They don't want to see the negative side. They are always thinking that may happen to them, but not to me. That will not happen to me. Some spiritual, unless we convince our mind in this way, we can't continue in Kali Yuga. Because our Gurudev used to say, this Kali Yuga means even in Vaishnavism, always disagreement will come. Always different opinion will come. Then he will become morose. Oh, he was a senior devotee, he had done so much service for Krishna consciousness, now he give up, what will happen to me? Even in India, very many brahmacharis have this fear, what will happen to me? These Prabhus are serving for so many years, he give up. No, many divorces is happening, it does not mean people are not married. Marriage is not going on, marriage is going on. That may happen to someone, but we have to get mad in Krishna consciousness. And this is supreme madness, like gopis, they are in supreme position. Why? They know the supremacy of Krishna. Although opulently they don't know, but they know the sweetness of Krishna. They know, even if we will die, Krishna will never give up us. They know, they have faith. So therefore, either in Srimad Bhagavatam, like Prabhupada said here, purport, and the source of every living entities. Ang Sarvasya Prabhu, Mata Sarvam Prabhu, repeatedly, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, 7th chapter, 9th chapter, 11th chapter, always, and Khetra Jnana Yoga, always Krishna want to, I am super sure, I am the controller. But we are devotee, we are forgetting sometimes, even we are coming to Krishna consciousness, we want to take care of ourselves. We can't take care of ourselves. Like a small child, small kid. If mother will allow, okay, you take care of yourself. You just go to bathroom and take bath. Is it possible? You cannot take bath. You will finish this bathroom, throwing water here and there. He can't bath because he's a small boy. He will create only problems. So when a devotee wants to take care of himself without surrender, without understanding the principle of supremacy, Guru and Gauranga, he will create problem for himself. He'll always thinking, okay, in this way, I will develop in my spiritual life. In this way, I will develop. But he forgot the path of surrender. The pure devotee is there, Prabhupada is there, Parampara is there, Guru is there, Mahaprabhu, most merciful incarnate Mahaprabhu is there. I have to pray to him. Please, you arrange something for me. Unless you arrange, what can I do? This is supremacy. Principles are there. Unless we surrender, nothing will manifest. Nothing. You know, in how can I say, government principles. Like suppose I came to America the first time. I don't know the principle. I don't know how to walk. Always I'm walking in left side, but they're saying no, you have to walk in right side. India, keep to left. Here, keep to right. Now I'm coming here. How much percentage I will incline, I will surrender to principles, the system, to government, then everything I can know. Okay, I have to walk in right side. I have to drive in right side. Here is stop. India, we don't have such systems. So more we surrender to principle, more principle will manifest. And this Acharya principle, this is principle. This is not Guru's principle. Guru is not a person. Guru is a tattva. You understand? Guru is a tattva. He is following the principle, therefore he is Guru. When he don't follow principle, he is a person. You understand? Same principle, why we are saying Prime Minister? He is a person. Why we are saying he is a Prime Minister? He is not following the principle, people are elected. He is following the principle of the America or India, now he is Prime Minister. But he is a person, now he is Prime Minister. But when we will not follow the principle, people not elected, now he is a person. Guru is like that. Principle is like that. When someone follow Acharya principles, he surrender to Acharya principles, he serve Acharya Parampara, then mercy descended. And that mercy, we are admitting that mercy as Guru. But when he is not surrendered to the spirit of Guru Parampara, not following Acharya system, now he is person. The disciple also same. Sisya Tattva. Sisya is Tattva. Sisya Tattva means this is actually Sisya Parampara. Disciple surrendered to Guru, then principle manifested. Now this Guru principle manifested, descended. Now disciple's duty, if he will follow, then he is disciple. If he will not follow, we are following, Guru means we are following the principle, Acharya principles. Otherwise, he is a common person. Namesake is a disciple, but he is not following principle. So he is a common person. So important is following the principles. And we have to surrender at the feet of Krishna. Why this Krishna supremacy is everywhere? You read Vishnu Puran, you read Padma Puran, you read all these Puranas, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Always you can find Krishna is supreme, Krishna is supreme. But we are not ready to accept it. Our mind, our false ego, and specifically we have doer mentality. I can't do these things. Nothing is in conditions hand. Who is powerful? Everywhere you see now fighting is going on between this country, that country, that country. Okay, you have atom bomb, you have, how can I say, nuclear. Okay, when Corona happened, why not you kill all these germs through nuclear wars or against it, through atom bombs? Why not? When Corona happened, 2 years, everything blocked. Why not you were so powerful at that time? Where is your power? You understand? Just for a small, I'm going to say, infection, whole world, everything, everyone in fear. Everyone in fear. Then how Krishna is powerful? If within Krishna's creation, a small jar of such power, then how much power Krishna has? Just imagine. Just imagine. To understand Krishna is not difficult. Very easy. Very easy. If you are producing atom bomb or some nuclear bombs, whatever you may be, but the intelligence is coming from Krishna and all the ingredients from Krishna. So if one atom bomb is so powerful, then you have to understand how much power Krishna has. That you have to understand. Within 1 second, you can finish everything. So best principle, Prabhupada said, in life history of Vishmadev, first canto, best policy to avoid the principle or following the principle of Krishna. He said to, Vishmadev said to Pandavas, Yudhishthira, don't try to understand Krishna. If you try to understand Krishna, you fail to understand. Yes. Anonyana, Mahatomaya, two opposite things are in Krishna. Sometimes in Bhagavad Gita, he said, Dharmasastha panarthaya sambhavami juge juge. I came to this material world to establish the religion. Then sometimes also Bhagavatam is dancing with gopis. Now what people can understand? To understand Krishna is very difficult. Therefore he said, Janma karma same divyam evam jogiti tattva. So Gaudiya Vaishnavas always stress on tattva, not the story. We don't like stories. You cannot find so many stories in Prabhupada's lectures or Bhaktivinoda Thakur's lectures. They are always interested in tattvas. Because tattva means we have so many bad impressions, how can I say, illusions, doubts. Tattva will cut all this. Same Krishna said, I came to establish a religion, and same Krishna was dancing with gopis. This is the Indian people's doubt. Therefore they like Ram, then Krishna. They will preach. They will preach Bhagavad Gita, but they will like Ram. Yeah. They will come to Vrindavan, but they will like Ram. Why? Only problem. Why Krishna dances with gopis? And who came here, who descended here to establish religion, and who said, I descend here to establish religion, how can he dance with other women? It's not nightclub. Vrindavan is not, Krishna was not performing. I don't know about nightclubs, but I heard not dancing like that. To understand Krishna is very difficult. Therefore, we have to understand the supremacy of Krishna. And Sukadeva Goswami, in beginning of this chapter, in Rasa Leela, Bhagavan Apitangaratro, Saradapulla Mallika, Bhagavan, who is dancing? Krishna is dancing. And who is Krishna? Bhagavan never said Krishna. Fast word said Bhagavan Apitangaratro. In that night, when Krishna played flutes and all gopis came, who is playing flute? Bhagavan. And who said Bhagavad Gita? Always you said. You don't find Krishna Vacha, Bhagavan Vacha. Always supremacy, supremacy, supremacy. Because conditions for always think I am great. Therefore, our Acharyas, Sadhu, Gurus, Shastra always want to instruct us, no, Krishna is supreme. Just surrender. And Mahaprabhu come for this purpose. He is Krishna himself. Bhakti Yoga is very simple. If you just, okay, I'm sorry, understand 1-2 points. First point, I can't do anything without Guru Krishna's mercy. First thing. And second, everything is possible if I surrender at the speed of Guru Krishna. Otherwise, nothing will happen to my life by my own endeavor. Simple things. Bhakti Yoga is very simple. Without surrender, no other principle will manifest. Bhakti Yoga's principle will not manifest. Then we'll develop doubt. When manifestation will come, doubt will come. Okay, now this is time. Thank you. If you have some question, ask. Yeah. Sucha.
Thank you for wonderful class. Maharaj, you said Guru is a person and he is principle.
Principle. Guru is person. When it's like Prime Minister, he is a person. The following the principle. Therefore, position is Prime Minister. Guru is a person. But is following, if you see the person, then you see the part. Guru is eating, Guru is sleeping, Guru is talking. But he is following the principle. You understand? He is following principle from Acharyas principle. Mercy is with him. For this mercy, we admit he is Guru. Why not I will admit you as Guru or Prabhuji as Guru? If you have mercy, then we have pride. So this is principle. Principle means Guru have to surrender at lotus feet of Parampara, his Guru. Then mercy will descend. So if you see as a person, no problem. And this mercy is not only with a person, it must be different Gurus are there, Vesti Gurus. If anyone connected with Parampara, the mercy descended to different Gurus. That is Vesti Guru. And Samasti Guru is Krishna. Mercy is coming from Krishna. So if we fail to understand these principles, if we fail to understand the mercy, then we commit offense. Who is the ordinary human being? Among 10 offenses, one offense is there, disobey the order of spiritual master. Why disobey this? Why it is said this very severe offense? If you think it's a person he is giving some order, you cannot follow. But if you know the principle, no, he is following Parampara Acharyas. His order is Parampara Acharyas' order, not a person's order. This is the problem. Therefore, person and principle we have to understand. Yeah. Yes.
On the same note, when you said Vaishya Guru,
Yes.
so every Vaishnava has something to teach. So does that mean every Vaishnava is in Guru Tattva or just Siksha Guru?
Siksha Guru. Siksha Guru. Siksha Guru means who can teach others, who can become a Siksha Guru, who is follower of a other Vaishnavas. If he is following some pure Vaishnavas, he can teach. That means he is receiving some mercy. How can I teach you unless I have kept on Prabhupada? Like Siksha, what is Siksha? I have paid what I heard from my Guru, what I learned, the teachings from my Guru, from Prabhupada, that I am teaching to you. That is Siksha. So if someone instructing others as Siksha Guru, he must have faith on spiritual master. Otherwise Siksha will not be effective.
Siksha Guru also is in Guru Tattva.
Siksha Guru, there are two types of Siksha Gurus. Siksha Guru in conditional stage, Siksha Guru in liberated stage. And Siksha Guru in conditional stage we call Bhatma Pradarshaka Guru. Bhatma means path. He's showing the path. He's not liberated yet, but he's showing us path. Okay, you chant Hare Krishna. We are accepting as also Siksha Guru. Therefore, all Vaishnavas, they are Siksha Guru. But if someone is pure devotee, and we are taking Siksha from him, he's in liberated place. Yes. So his position is different. Common instructive Guru, or we can say common instructive Vaishnava's position is different. Their position is different. Yeah.
One clarification. So, since all Vaishnavas can be Siksha Gurus,
Yeah.
so Guru Tattva is in all Vaishnavas.
Guru Tattva, if we receive mercy from Guru Tattva. You understand? If you connect with Guru, Guru Tattva means this Guru. First, we have to understand what is Guru. Guru means in Sanskrit it's called heavy. And what is heaviness? Guru Tattva is very deep. What is heaviness? And what is light? When we want to enjoy, that is love. And what is Guru? Heavy. When we want to give enjoyment to Krishna. That is Bhaktilata Vichar. Brahmande Brahmite Kon, Bhagyavan Vid, Bhagyavan Ji, Guru Krishna, Prasad Pai, Bhaktilata Vich. This is Krishna's Prasad and this is Guru's Prasad. Now, how can you get Guru? Unless Krishna help you. So Krishna will send. You pray to Krishna, Krishna, I want to serve you. Then Krishna's mercy will send to Guru. And what is Guru? His business, how to give pleasure to Krishna. This is Radharani's potence. What is Radharani's business? What is her business? How to give pleasure to Krishna, how to give pleasure. Therefore, this pleasure potential is descended. When, like Prabhupada came, Bhaktivedanta Thakur, they are from spiritual world. When they came, voluntarily sometimes Krishna sent them. So because they are associates of Krishna, Radharani, Nikuja Yona, Ratikelis, they are Manjaris, Sakis. So they are carrying this potency. Which potency? Ladin Satta's potency. So when they please, it descends to it. Suppose we are serving Prabhupada. So when Prabhupada becomes pleased, he's pleased when just say Prasada, Bhagavad Prasad. So when he pleased, how Krishna will become pleased? Because this mercy is within his heart. They are from the spiritual world. So when they please, this mercy descended to our heart. Now this mercy, then you are now Guru. But your mood is at that time mature disciple mood. I receive mercy from Prabhupada. Then now he's Kripa Siddha. Now, if we follow him, when he becomes pleased, then this mercy descends to our heart. This is purpose. By pleasing a devotee, pure devotee who is carrying this Ladin Shakti, Bhaktilata Viz, then we receive Krishna. And all our activities, why we are worshipping, why we are chanting, why we are preaching, only for one thing, how to please a pure devotee. Because pure devotees give some principles, and we are following or we are performing all our activities to please a spiritual master, to please a pure devotee. Why we are distributing books? Prabhupada become pleased. Why we are coming to Mangalarati? Prabhupada become pleased. When we follow the principles, then the Acharyas become pleased. Then we receive mercy. Guru Tattva is very different. But clear. Yeah. Kripa Siddha. Yeah. In Kali Yuga, Nitya Siddhas, we are not Nitya Siddhas. Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they are Nitya Siddhas. Nitya Siddha, eternally they are perfect. From time immemorial, when Krishna was there, they are also with Krishna. And sadhana siddha, Kali Yuga not possible. By performing sadhana, we can become perfect. What sadhana we can do? Weak body, mind, senses, we can perform all these sadhanas. In Kali Yuga, sadhana siddha, not possible. Only one. Kripa Siddha. Our procedure is Kripa Siddha. Try to please. If you are devotee, when you serve mercy, then you could perfect. That is the problem. Yeah, we are just following this part. Okay.
That was your last question, I think. Let's thank Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.